So let's move over here. Actually, just back up to give you guys a view of what's going on here. This is my bookshelf. I also have video games on it. I'll go through this really quickly. I have mostly science fiction books, but I also have some horror books too. Over here, some of my Arthur C. Clarke books. He's the author who wrote 2001: A Space Odyssey. He's one of my favorite authors. I've read a ton of his books. Got 2001, 2010, some more stuff from him. I have some stuff from another one of my favorite science fiction authors, Michael Moorcock, and this is probably my favorite book from him, Behold the Man. Highly recommend this one. Crazy book right there. I got some stuff from H.P. Lovecraft. He's probably my favorite author. Just love H.P. Lovecraft's work. Such awesome stuff. Clive Barker. This is a really cool collection. Books of Blood has some cool short stories in that. These books right here are pretty cool. These were written by John Russo, who co-wrote Night of the Living Dead, and he worked on a few other horror movies. I think he did Return of the Living Dead too, but awesome stuff. I saw those at a thrift store. I had to pick them up. Some more random books. This is actually a newer pickup here. The 12 Frights of Christmas. This is a collection of short Christmas horror stories and like science fiction stories. Isaac Asimov, the science fiction author, compiled this collection. It has stories from him, Arthur C. Clarke, and H.P. Lovecraft in it, so had to pick that up. Really cool. I have some of my movie tie-in books. I love collecting movie tie-in books. I got the Star Wars trilogy. These are like cool copies of the Star Wars books that haven't really seen too often of the Star Wars trilogy. I got Alien on book. Aliens, Alien 3. I got a random Alien book, Genocide, something like that. Stupid books. And Blade Runner, which again, one of my favorite movies. Had to get the book of this too. Actually, Blade Runner is based on Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, which this is that book, but it had like a few things added to it, I think, since the original version of that. Down here, just some more random books. I got some more movie tie-in books here, which you guys can't really see. But actually, I got some really cool stuff down here. I got the book adaptions of I Know What You Did Last Summer, and I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. I love those movies. Really happy to find those. The Fog movie tie-in book. Poltergeist. The Shining. Really cool stuff there. And then at the very bottom here is my video game collection. Very small. I got some PlayStation 1 games and PlayStation 2 games. Got all the Grand Theft Auto games. Gotta have those. Got a few Nintendo DS games. I actually do have a Nintendo DS. That's my only other game system. And this box has some record 45s in it. So like singles that you would play on a record player. Again, if you guys want to see that, let me know, and I'll do a video showing off my records better. But let's get back to the collection. Actually, I skipped this wall over here. This has some more posters and cool stuff on it. Behind that awesome Jason mask, which I picked that up at Rite Aid for like $3. That was like the best cheap Jason mask ever seen in my life. Behind that, though, is a Pink Floyd poster that came with Dark Side of the Moon on record. Really sweet poster there. I got an autograph from Kane Hodder. This is an actual vintage poster for Phenomena, my favorite Dario Argento film. And over here is a picture of me and my brother with George Romero. I met George Romero at a convention a couple years ago, and I'm really glad that I was able to meet him before he passed away. That was surreal moment meeting him. I still can't believe that is me sitting next to George Romero right there. It just blows my mind when I think about that. But alright, let's get back to the movie part of my collection. So let's go over to the first Blu-ray shelf, and some of the figures over here that I didn't go over. I have a NECA Alien figure. My brother got me that Evil Ash or Deadeye Ash figure from Evil Dead 2 for Christmas. Really cool stuff there. Down here I have the some more NECA figures and some more other stuff. I got the video game Predator figure they put out, the Harrison Ford figure from the new Blade Runner film, and some of my Friday the 13th figures, which sadly can't see good because of the lighting. Again, I apologize because the lighting, that's just the way it is. My room's kind of dark in here. But I have the Part 3, Part 4 figure opened up there, and I have the video game figure still in the box back there. So really cool stuff there. Also have the Cap Wolf figure, which this is probably my favorite Marvel figure in my entire collection because it's Captain America as a werewolf. Can't get cooler than that, really. So let's move on to the Blu-ray collection. First row here are my Arrow Video box sets. Plus I have this really cool Hammer Blu-ray box set that Indicator put out a few months ago. Highly recommend picking that up. They're doing volume 2 very soon. I plan on picking that up too. I love that box set. It's region free too, so just a great box set. But I have the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 release, Society box set, Bloodbath box set, The Hills Have Eyes, Creepshow 2, Reanimator, The Bird with the Crystal Plumage, which I know is kind of rare now, and the Phenomena UK box set, which I also know is really rare. And I'm actually waiting for the Cat O' Tales excuse me, Dario Argento box set to come in the mail as we speak. So I can get that any day now. I pre-ordered that off of Zavvi.com, and it's already on its way, so real sweet. And the House box set there, awesome box set. Second row down here is just all my Arrow video releases. I have my releases with slipcovers first. I don't want to go through all of them, but I'll, just give you guys a look at the ones that I do have. I'll point out some of my favorites. The Don't Torture a Duckling one is new to my collection. Haven't seen that yet. Love Giallos, love Lucio Fulci. Have not seen that. Cannot wait to check it out. And that is about it. Got the Videodrome one. The Phenomena separate release. This is also a new release that they just put out. It's basically just one of the Blu-rays included in the box set, released separate, but Phenomena is one of my favorite movies, and I gotta collect every release of it, because I'm obsessed like that for some reason. And down here are some of my Scream Factory releases, actually all of my Scream Factory releases. Got the Halloween box set, the Sleepaway Camp trilogy, probably one of my favorite things that they've put out so far. Day of the Dead. Actually, I've been getting a little bit bored of Scream Factory lately, and I kind of stopped collecting. There's just so many other releases out now that for some reason Scream Factory just seems to kind of blend into the mix now, and I don't get as excited for releases that they put out, but I still occasionally do pick up a Scream Factory release here and there. Over here are my Vinegar Syndrome releases, and over here where you can't see, I have the Jack Frost Blu-ray with the slipcover. Really cool there. And I also have this cool Psycho Blu-ray collection, Best Buy exclusive, even though I saw this at FYE, liars. But a really cool collection here. I haven't opened this yet, but this comes with four of the Psycho films. I really wish that they included the Bates Motel movie, whatever that one's called. I've seen that in like a 4-pack before, a DVD one. And also I wish they included the remake, and I especially wish that they included the remake. I just feel like it would have been a more complete set with that. But either way, pretty cool set there. Can't complain, really. And down here are some of my other cool horror releases. I got all my Criterion Blu-ray releases there. All my Anchor Bay Blu-ray releases right there. Dawn of the Dead, Halloween, Silent Night, Deadly Night. I got all my Blue Underground releases, which actually recently I just added to that collection. I got Cat O' Tales, I got Deep Red, Inferno, and the Stendhal Syndrome. So just added a bunch of Dario Argento Blu-rays to my Blue Underground collection. Real happy about that. Then over here is my Synapse Blu-ray collection, Phenomena and Tenebrae, two of my favorite horror movies and two of my favorite Blu-rays in my Synapse collection. And down here are just some random horror releases. So let's move down to this row here. And this is just pretty much the leftovers of my horror stuff. I got the Universal Monster slipcover Blu-ray releases that Walmart had a few Halloweens ago. I picked up all those. I still think that they're really nice, cheaper Blu-ray releases. Some other random slipcover releases that I picked up at Walmart or Target. And, yep, just the new King Kong movie, which I haven't seen yet, and just a random Quentin Tarantino Blu-ray box set. Let me try to get better lighting here on this last row here. And this is my very small science fiction Blu-ray collection. I got some of the Alien films, Blade Runner box set, Star Wars, Stanley Kubrick set, and just a few other random things down there. But that is about it for the Blu-ray, just a regular Blu-rays. Excuse me, I still got to show you guys my entire Steelbook collection. We'll get to that very soon, but let me just go through the DVDs for you guys. I actually recently reorganized all these, so I'm really happy with the way they look right now. My movies are not alphabetically organized. They're more organized, I would say, chronologically by kind of when they came out, but they're also grouped together with themes that I think worked. So first row here we have like classic horror. You guys will see what I'm talking about as I go through them. So first off here we have like classic horror, Universal Monster stuff, some more Universal horror sci-fi films, the Fly collection, the other Fly collection, the David Cronenberg Fly films, all my Hammer horror stuff. I have this awesome Hammer Warner Brothers Snapper Case box set, one of my favorite things in my DVD collection, and a bunch of Anchor Bay Hammer releases. And that's just the rest of my Hammer DVD collection there. So moving over here, start off with Psycho, kind of moving from classic horror into early modern horror. Got Psycho collection. I have the first three on DVD plus the remake. My George A. Romero collection, really cool box set here. UK box set, Trilogy of the Dead collection. Anchor Bay box set, real cool there. I got a couple of the Elite editions of Night of the Living Dead, and I would say up until the Criterion release that is coming out really soon, these are probably the best copies of Night of the Living Dead you can get quality-wise. So if you guys don't want to shell out the money on the Criterion release, or if you if you're looking for a cheaper copy of Night of the Living Dead, I would definitely recommend getting one of the Elite editions. Really nice quality on those. The Dawn of the Dead box set. Some more of my Romero collection. My Romero zombie collection kind of bleeds into my Return of the Living Dead collection. I feel like that makes sense to me. I got Creepshow 1 and 2, Tales from the Dark Side movie, my Wes Craven collection, Nightmare on Elm Street box set, Scream box set, and then at the very end here is my Tobe Hooper collection. Pretty cool stuff there. So let's move back down here to this row. And starting off this row, I have all my killer animal films. So I started it off with Jaws, because that is the first and the best out of the killer animal films. And then, you know, just Grizzly, Frogs, which I've still never seen. I just cannot pop that in. I just can't imagine a movie with killer frogs, and it just seems ridiculous, but had to pick it up anyways. We'll watch it one day, just waiting for the right day. Some of my killer snake movies, Anaconda, Anacondas, Python. And then at that point, we move into my Italian horror collection. I got a ton of awesome releases here. Some Mario Bava stuff, my Dario Argento films, Suspiria box set. I got a few releases of Phenomena, got an old school release and a dollar store release of Creepers, which is the US cut of Phenomena. That is actually a rare DVD, because I don't think this movie was actually in the public domain, but it got public domain releases, so I'm pretty sure they stopped those releases from happening pretty quickly. And actually, these dollar store releases of Creepers are kind of pricey, and I got this one for pretty cheap, but I've seen people sell them for like $50 on eBay, which is nuts for a dollar store DVD. People on eBay are crazy, but let's move on here. Some more Argento stuff, really cool Dario Argento DVD steelbook there. I know that is a little bit hard to find, but DVD values have just gone down so much that even my hard to find DVDs aren't even that hard to find or expensive anymore, but I still love my DVD collection. And the Italian horror ends with Cannibal Holocaust, and that moves into my Don Carcerelli collection. Got Phantasm, Phantasm 2, The Beastmaster, and then that moves into my Sam Raimi Evil Dead collection. I have Evil Dead, 2 copies of the first Evil Dead on DVD. This is like the first copy of Evil Dead to ever get a DVD release, so I'm really glad to have that. Evil Dead 2, cool copy of Army of Darkness, and the Evil Dead Ultimate Edition DVD box set that Anchor Bay put out a while back now.